Ready?
Ready.
Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 8 of Snitchin. It's your host, Kristen.
And Brittany, get ready for the best part of your day. We
And
have a special guest with us today.
Hey everyone.
But we have our best friend. We teased it on Monday. Our best friend, the one, the only, Gina Marie Manconi Hubbard.
You've heard a lot about her, and she is finally here. And we are going to start by asking her 13 questions. Well, first, we'll chat a little just about what's going on, but we have a special segment that we're going to launch with Gina, and it is called 13 Questions. So, yeah, we'll get there. But, yeah, how's everyone's day? How's Wednesday going for everyone?
It's going good. Gee, how are you feeling about being on the pod? Are you excited?
I am excited.
Yeah,
I feel flattered to be your first guest.
Oh,
we had to be.
We're so thrilled to have you.
And we hope to have more guests for those listeners that are listening out there.
For our small but mighty force of listeners. So, I mean, as everyone knows, me and Brittany have no idea what we're doing. This is our first podcast. And it's one of my favorite parts has been that we can see our listenership on each episode. It's small. We probably know all of you, but it is loyal because we are getting the same numbers. So which is good.
And it's growing.
Oh yeah, no, totally. It's growing for sure. But I mean, just saying that's good. So a lot of people who are listening might know Gina personally already.
I'm sure they do.
Probably most of you. But you're going to find out 13 things about her anyway.
Sure will. How's your Wednesday going, Britt? What's going on with you?
I actually, my Wednesday started out kind of bad. So like yesterday, I was like saying to Chris, like, oh, I feel like being in my period. Like I feel bloated and crampy and whatever. And this morning, I had just worked out and I had like a sports bra on and leggings. And Chris is like looking at me. He's like, oh, wow, you were right. That's the most bloated I've ever seen you. I was like,
What?
Chris.
So if you find Chris by the side of the road, I straight up Karen Reeded him.
Nice, Britt.
Oh, should know better than that.
I was like, what?
Does he have a death sentence? Like, what is he thinking?
I don't know, but it was like, yeah, I don't know.
Literally, to all the husbands out there, don't tell your wife that she's bloated. How about that?
Ever.
Yeah. In no time is that okay.
And especially not in this heat.
Yeah. He was like, wow, you're right. This is the most bloated I've ever seen you. I was like, what? What did you just say?
Like, is he new?
Yeah. So, like I said, if you find him on the side of the road, that's why.
Dude, I had the opposite morning. I was just telling G, literally, nothing can bring me down today. Cloud 9, because my eldest niece, she called me this morning because she ran into someone that we grew up with and they mentioned me, whatever. So she was telling me the story. And then afterwards she was like, when can me and Sophia come and hang out with you and like sleep over? When are you free next week? Literally, no one can tell me nothing. I was like, oh, you got you, my beautiful, wonderful, cool 17-year-old and 14-year-old niece that you want to come hang with me?
Yeah. I feel like also you like to chime in, like Ava is cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
She
she's not just like young. Like I feel like she's like cool in her grade.
Yeah.
Totally. So yeah, so that was my morning. Gee, anything notable happened to you today?
No, nothing. I am just trying to stay in my basement where it's cool. It's
Gina
intensively
doesn't
hot
like
out.
the
My
heat.
car was 111 degrees when I went to pick up Jack from daycare.
Oof. I thought of you, I think it was yesterday, or the day before, Connor and Tyler were watching Sesame Street and they were talking about weather and they were like, oh, it's gonna be really, really hot. And Oscar was like, yes, I love when it's hot. It's so easy to be grouchy.
Yes, for sure. There's only so many layers you can take off.
Yeah, you don't do well in the heat.
No, and this isn't even just hot. Like there is a heat advisory. My kids can't even stay outside for that long. We're stuck inside. My house is old. The AC can't keep up.
It's no joke out here. But we should say that, and maybe this is a good segue into our new segment with our first guest, Gina. But we should tell a little bit about you. You are Jack and Brennan's mom.
I am. And I'm also an important member of the squad, you know.
Founding member.
Founding member.
Gina likes to keep Kristen and I in check.
Sometimes it has to happen.
Yes, we need her. She's an integral part.
Yes, Gina definitely we need her. Otherwise when we're off the leash, no, who knows? Who knows what could happen?
Even though we did make it through Vienna.
You did.
Me and Brittany went to Vienna last August.
Last year, yeah.
Right. And we went to go see Taylor Swift. Such a sad moment because it ended up getting canceled. But it ended up turning out great because then we kind of parlayed that into seeing her with Gina later in the year. Anyway, whatever. Point being is that when me and Brittany were overseas by ourselves, Gina and Chris were stressed.
Well, I was only stressed because Chris texted me being like, have you heard from them? But I hadn't heard from you guys except for that morning, right. Which I'm sure you guys weren't glued to your phone. You're like bopping around Vienna. But then we heard from you. The phone died, which is pretty typical. Like, yeah, I don't know why he thought you guys were going to get taken in Vienna.
I mean, yeah. I feel like we were, to be fair, we were a little worried about ourselves too, but we made it.
You made it.
We made it. We're living the Austrian life. Just doing as I was going to say Venetians, but that's not better. Like, I mean, Austrian. Venetians? Well, if you're from Vienna, what would you say you are? Well, no, Venetians are Venice.
Viennese.
Oh, Brit. Girl.
I read a book called The Librarians of Lisbon.
Dude, that was
so.
Okay, so let's learn a little bit more about our fellow snitch, Gina. We have some questions. We're going to do 13 questions for any guest that we have that comes on. 13 for obvious reasons. If you're if you're a Taylor Swift fan, that's her favorite number. And so oh yeah. I mean,
I don't even think we need to say
that. Britt, you want to kick it off and ask the questions?
Sure. All right. Get ready, Gina. Hold on.
I'm ready.
What is a vice that you wish you could give up?
Doom scrolling TikTok. I get sucked in. All of a sudden you're scrolling and it's been an hour and you don't know how you got here.
Such a good one.
That's fair. I'd say Diet Coke as I hold one up. Best compliment you've ever received.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know that I have a specific one, but the thing I get complimented on the most would be my eyes.
I would agree. Yeah.
Gina has these like crazy colored eyes that are like they're like 3 colors and there's some yellow.
Purple.
Yeah, what would you say? What color would you say, G?
Green, mostly, or hazel. I feel like it goes in between the two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Thanks. That's a good one. Okay, favorite time of day?
I am definitely day court, so afternoons.
Gina's a real one. She's listened to all of our episodes. If you don't know, we talk about this in one of the earlier episodes. We're referencing the book series ACOTAR and day court. Yeah, you're totally day court.
Yeah, me and Britt have read both the books, so we know.
Yeah. Okay.
You're definite night court.
I read the first one.
I know, but there's 5 that doesn't really count.
Oh my God. Yes, it does. I read the first one and part of the second.
Okay, so you read 1/5 of the series.
Actually, if you are an ACOTAR reader, you would know that the first one like really shouldn't count.
What?
So you don't know because you haven't read it all.
Well, I did finish Fourth Wing, which tangent. Gee, you read that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we can talk about that after, but love that book. Anyway, yeah, so your day court. What time did you say? Like midday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brunching it up.
Yep. Like a Sunday fun day. Thrive.
Oh. Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, 3 things you can't live without.
I would say an obvious one is like friends and family. I feel like everyone says that. And then I would say coffee.
Mm.
And then right now my Kindle.
I would say Kindle too.
That's a good one. Can we just tangent on the fact that you had me straight shook to my core since I have known you? And it's not just you, it's your whole family. You guys are Dunkin' people.
Yeah.
Like when I think of who is a Dunkin' drinker in your life, you're top of the list.
Yeah.
And
the quintessential Boston Dunkin' coffee drinker.
Yeah, I know her order. I like know what she would drink.
French vanilla iced coffee, skim milk, no sugar.
Girl,
medium.
Wow.
And I don't even drink coffee.
A
No,
plus.
but then they changed their French vanilla, and now I'm on to Starbucks.
I can't believe you're star. I mean, I like both, but wow, it really shook me. But yeah, no, you need coffee. I'm a coffee drinker too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would say Kindle too.
Cats.
Oh, of course, my cats.
I feel like that would go into your friends and
One,
family.
two, and three.
Harry, Lou, and H.
That's it. Okay, window seat or aisle seat?
I used to love the window seat, but now 100% aisle.
Yeah.
I need to be able to get up. I pee too much. I can't be stuck in that window. We stick Kristen there because she falls asleep.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, you like the window. I feel like too trapped when I'm in the window.
Same.
I need to feel like I can easily get out.
Yep.
I actually don't mind the aisle because I like being able to not bother anyone if I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But it depends on where you're flying into. I sometimes like if I'm flying into someplace really cool and I'm not at the window, I'm like pissed because you miss the views.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's fair, but I'd rather be able to pee whenever I want.
Same.
Heard.
That was 5. All right, number 6 this is a hard one. Most adventurous thing you've ever done.
I mean, I am not a big adventure person. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like heights. I mean, I don't have a lot of adventurous things I've done.
Yeah, I'm with you. I haven't done like bungee jumping,
Never.
skydiving.
Nope.
Kristen's just bursting with adventurous things to tell us right now.
Kristen, why don't you tell us your
Why don't
top
you answer this
adventure?
one, Kristen?
Yeah, I would say I love adventure. I do a lot of adventure things. I would say my top ones, I did a night dive on the Great Barrier Reef and swam with sharks at night, but they were like nurse sharks, so they weren't dangerous. That was probably like the most adrenaline I've had going into something. I was very nervous. I've skydived a couple times. I did a hot air balloon ride. So yeah, those would be mine.
I would do skydiving.
I would do none of it.
Yeah, you would do none of it. At least I can do like roller coasters.
I wouldn't bungee, but you know what? I would never bungee jump. That scares me.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
The sensation of skydiving, you don't even, it's like maybe the first 10 seconds you do feel like you're falling, but not even 10 seconds. That's too long, 2 seconds. But after that, there's so much wind pressure that it doesn't feel like a free fall. Like I feel like a bungee would feel as if it was a free fall. My stomach would like be all over the place. I wouldn't want to whiplash.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem fun to me.
Yeah, I hear that. All right, well, I'll take the adventure stuff.
All right. Well, thanks, Kristen, for answering question number 6. 7, last song you listened to.
Oh,
Down Bad by Taylor Swift.
Oh, good one.
great.
I mean, obviously Taylor Swift. It was just which one.
Yeah. I feel like I can't think of the last song I listened to, but I'd probably go with that one. The probability would be the highest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at my Apple Music. This is a throwback to another episode too. I listened to Man Child. It's grown on me. I knew that was gonna happen.
Really?
I knew it was gonna happen. It's so catchy. So that was my
Yeah,
last.
I guess I could see that. Okay, next up, favorite holiday.
Right now, I would say Christmas, but when we were younger, 4th of July. 4th of July was better than Christmas.
I love 4th of July.
Yeah.
I used to say 4th of July, but now it is Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down.
How did you celebrate Mother's Day?
Well, I can do whatever I want that day. Everyone just has to do what I tell them to do, and I don't have to do what anyone else tells me to do. And yeah, I can do whatever I want. So like sometimes we'll go out for Mother's Day, like our friends, the mothers, and we'll celebrate being mothers together away from our children.
Yep.
That's always fun. And yeah, I also just love celebrating all the other moms. Like I'm not really like into holidays like my birthday that are just about me, but like I love how it's like kind of about everyone. And I like how I can tell Chris to do what I want.
Preach.
And it's like the beginning, it's right near your birthday, Gina. It's like early
Yep.
May, so it's like great time of year. And yeah, no one can tell me nothing on Mother's Day.
No one can tell you nothing.
And we thrive during the day. A nice Sunday fun day. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, for our day court people, this is like a perfect holiday. I guess every holiday is, except for Halloween, is a night court. You know what? I should say Halloween for that reason because I got to represent my night court people, but it's definitely not. I would say Christmas. I would say 4th of July. I agree. Back in the day, we used to celebrate 4th of July together every year in Scituate, Brittany's family house, and they did a big party. It's really fun. I did that for, I mean, I think like 10 years plus.
Yeah.
4th of July. I still like 4th of July is my second favorite because it's like kicking off the summer
Yeah,
and it's just fun. You just hang out with your friends and your family. Like it's not like I hate how like Christmas, Thanksgiving, you have to do like the set formal thing with your family and blah blah blah. So that's like what's nice about 4th of July.
totally.
Next up, we have best thing that happened this year.
Portugal.
I love that.
Oh, nice.
And then
That's a good
honorable
one.
mention to baby Brendan turning 1. That little ray of sunshine.
Oh, baby Brendan.
Baby
Baby Brendan
Brendan.
is the best little boy baby.
Baby
He is.
Brendan is like a dose of like medicine, sunshine. He's just so stinking cute. He just makes you happy.
So smiley, so happy, so good.
So
Yeah, and Portugal was so fun. So for our listeners, Brittany and G came to visit me in Portugal when I was traveling this year, and we had with Gina's roommate from college, Steph. We had so much fun. That was a great trip.
we all survived that one. We all made it back.
I feel like another honorable mention could be, and sorry, everyone, I'm just answering these questions for myself too at this point. Um, but when we saw Taylor in Miami, like
Oh
front
yeah,
row,
That was the end of 2024.
I was thinking like within the last year, like a year from now. But
Then
I guess
yes, that Taylor.
semantics.
see, I was thinking the way you were thinking. G. I was thinking 2025 calendar year, but agreed on both fronts.
Yeah, if we're thinking like just the year, then Taylor for sure.
Obvious.
Specifically the TTPD set.
Yes, that moment.
That like 11 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah,
That was the best part of my year.
I would have to agree.
Hilarious.
All right, next up we have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. A movie that makes you laugh.
Bridesmaids is always a good one.
Classic.
21 Jump Street.
That's random.
So random, but Daniela's obsessed with it. So she quotes it all the time, which is why I think it's funny. And Daniela's
Should watch
my
that one.
younger sister.
You know what's funny is that I kind of knew that about you guys. I associate that movie with Daniela for sure.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout out. What's up,
I
Dave?
have to watch that one.
Yeah,
What
it
for you,
is.
Britt?
I think Mean Girls is really funny.
Always a good
And
Oh, yeah.
I think, oh my God, what is the name of that one with McLovin? Super Bad.
Oh, super bad.
I think that movie's hilarious.
Yeah, I would agree with all of those choices. I think Superbad. I was gonna say Mean Girls. Also, I mean, this is a weird one because at the end there's like it's animated A and it's like there's like a weird orgy at the end, but Sausage Party.
Oh,
Literally,
Love that movie.
that's specific to Kristen.
Sausage Party is so funny, dude. Like I'm telling you, anyone who hasn't seen it, oh my God. The first time I watched that, I truly, I don't know if I've laughed harder. Oh my God.
It is funny. It's surprisingly funny.
It is.
Anyway,
But not funny enough to have seen it as many times as Kristen.
Exactly.
so good.
Okay. Next up, we have it's 4 p.m. on a Saturday. What will we find you doing?
You will find me chasing around my 2 children, usually with a member of the squad and their 2 children.
Oh.
Now that it's summertime, at a park, a touch-a-truck, playground,
Splash pad,
splash
pool,
pad. Yep.
berry picking. What
Yep,
else
we
can
are
think of
living
here?
that boy mom life.
All right, 2 more. One thing you've wanted to try.
I've always wanted to try a cooking class. Either like when we've been to Europe, I feel like would be really fun, or trying to make sushi. I feel like could be really fun.
Sushi would be cool.
I know. We should do that.
Say
Yeah.
less.
I've done a cooking class. It's fun.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be fun.
That was the last time I cooked.
I did one with Misha in Somerville once. It was fun. We did risotto.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, but a sushi making class would be really fun. I'm so down for that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Meet the
Okay,
husbands and children's at home.
great. Last question, G. Describe yourself in 3 words.
So that one's tough. So I had to ask Bill, and that's when he said, "Why are you doing this? It must be something from Kristen." And I said it was for the pod. And then I still wouldn't give him the name.
I mean, listen, he's smart to know where this is coming from. And yeah, you know what? My personal mission now is to never have Bill find the name of the pod. I just because
Yeah, I mean, they're not our audience.
No.
but also like they have their little text group thing, whatever, that the girls can't know about. So this is just our version. I know that they want to listen. They're dying to get in here. They want to know what we're talking about, but they're not gonna.
Yeah,
They're not
they
gonna.
won't admit it.
Yeah, they won't admit it. But anyway, what he said? How do you describe you?
So some of them were, so we said caring, trustworthy, and selfless.
Oh, those are
Oh,
great. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah. So
I
thanks, Bill. He said
Yeah.
motherly too. He threw that one in. He's like, I'll give you a
Oh,
fourth.
I feel like
see
that
that?
is in the same vein though as like caring and loving,
Yeah.
you know? So, and I like those. I feel like that sounds better. I mean, not that motherly's bad, but there's
No,
also,
motherly I feel like sounds old.
it makes me think matronly, which that to me, like that elicits like an old woman.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking of it more as like, how you are like with us, just like making sure everyone's
Keeping us alive.
following the rules as much as we have to.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know.
I was gonna say, yeah, like caring, I would say is like my top word for
Hmm,
you. Gina literally takes care of everybody. She's like the rock. Like everyone like gravitates to her,
definitely.
100%.
Oh, thanks.
Trustworthy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope you had so much fun getting to know our bestie Gina. That was so fun.
That
That
was
was
fun. Thanks for
fun.
having me.
Oh my God.
First
Well,
official 13 questions.
Woohoo.
we're official. We don't really have a whole lot of like other things to talk about. I had one story, but well, I guess we have a couple things.
Yeah.
Okay, I have something I need to talk about.
Okay.
Um, so I never watched season one of this, but on Netflix, there's a show called Quarterback that follows three NFL quarterbacks like through their season, whatever. Guess who is on season two?
Who?
Burrow.
Joe Burrow is on season two of Quarterback, and I'm set for it. I'm so excited. Everyone knows this is my guy.
Yeah, I think he's cute too. I not gonna lie though, his style sucks.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. I mean, I never really paid attention. I feel like a lot of NFL players, because now that they, with social media, they'll film them coming through like the tunnel with their outfits, go really crazy on the fashion front. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, not only is he like a super cute, but I mean, I will say I've been a fan of his since literally he was in college. He played at LSU. He played in the championship game against Clemson, my alma mater, in 2019, and like they smoked us. So I shouldn't like him, but literally from then I've been like, oh, I'm totally into this guy. I love the Bengals. I like the whole team. I like Jamar Chase. That was his, teammate
Oh yeah.
LSU, Clemson player, T. Higgins on that team. Anyway, also he was with, okay, you'll like this. He was with his girlfriend, this girl Olivia, since like 7 or 8 years. So she was with him in Ohio State. He was a player at Ohio State backup before he went to LSU. And they were like really low key. You never really saw them out, but I knew obviously they were dating. And then it came out this year. There was a 911 call from his house. Someone was breaking in, but the person who was at the house was his new girlfriend. So him and the old girlfriend broke up and no one knew. And there's a new girl in the picture. And I need them to talk about this on the show. I really, really hope it happens.
Oh, I feel like I saw that on Instagram. He's with like a new girl.
Yeah.
I can't
Um,
believe you didn't watch season one.
I didn't
I
really
didn't
care
watch
about the
season one.
players. It was like Patrick Mahomes. I can't even remember the other two.
Um,
The religious one.
Yep.
oh, that's
Kirk
weird.
Cousins. Kirk
Yes.
Cousins.
Kirk
And then
Cousins.
wasn't it like Mariota, Marcus Mariota? Wasn't he?
Let's look.
Yeah.
Look at me, my football knowledge.
Yeah,
I do like the Bengals though.
oh wow, you nailed that. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota.
Brittany Mahomes is hard to watch.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
The
know.
fact that she's friends with Taylor is like mind blowing.
I feel like it must like suck for Taylor because even if she has to be nice and act like she likes all like the wags. But like
Oh,
I bet
yeah.
if she didn't, like she still has to hang out with them.
And probably Brittany the most.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of our queen, Taylor, should we talk about Taylor and Travis?
Always.
All right, I'll read a little blurb. So, okay. Travis Kelce knows how to ball, and Taylor Swift will support him through it all. As the Kansas City Chiefs player prepares for his upcoming NFL season with Tight End University, the annual event that brings together the best tight ends in the league to train and bond, held this year in Nashville. Taylor almost brought the house down when she joined the after event festivities at a local bar on June 23rd. So yeah, it was like their, I don't know, people are calling it their first official red carpet debut. I don't think it's like, I don't know. I guess we could debate if we think it's official, but she's never made any kind of red carpet debut with any other boyfriend, which is crazy.
That's shocking.
I thought maybe Calvin, but no.
Really?
Well, that's what this says.
No, I mean, think about it. Like, do you remember her
Joe,
ever?
no.
No.
I mean, they went to the Grammy. Joe went to the Grammys, but they didn't walk on the red carpet.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's, I mean, I believe it. I can't remember her being on a carpet with a guy ever, but that to me, I don't know, for some reason that feels shocking, especially because they're so
Google it.
public. But that's cool.
I loved her outfit. Did you guys see her outfit?
Was it green?
Yeah, it was like a green gingham. Is that what it's called?
I don't
Like
know.
two-piece.
It was cute.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it was really cute. It was like a
And
long
she
skirt
really
and a short
hasn't
top.
walked the red carpet with a boyfriend.
Yeah, but she sang "Shake It Off" with Kane
Kane Brown?
Kane Brown. Yeah. She like joined his set at the end and they sang "Shake It Off."
If I was at that event, like obviously I'm gonna take what I can get. Not the one I'd pick.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think it's cool what
Um,
he's doing. He's doing a tight end university. You can tell that he's like probably, I mean, I don't know if this is a new thing, but training on like the younger players. I think this is probably his last year. I know he was close to retirement last year or last season and then didn't want to go out the way they did, but I could see this being his last one.
yeah. Yeah,
I
I've
think
never heard of this tight end university thing. Apparently like George Kittle runs it with like Travis and Greg Olson. I
Oh,
forget what team he's on. But yeah, apparently she was at like, is it Toby Keith's or I don't
there's
know, one of those.
so many bars that are like country singer owned down there.
Yeah, she was at one of those, like where regular people go, peasants.
Sick.
So yeah, we love seeing Taylor out and about, but I feel like it really does just show like how different this relationship is. Even
Oh,
though
yeah.
it's not official red carpet, but like the fact that she's never walked a red carpet with a boyfriend, like that's a big deal for her.
And that seems crazy that she's never done that.
Agreed. I'm so surprised. But yeah, that's all we have time for today for our last or for episode 8 of Snitchin. Before we go, we did want to tell you guys that we are now launching social channels. So we're going to be doing a TikTok and then we're going to be on Instagram. Me and Brittany were talking about this. Like, we're not experts in anything. I don't know what we could, maybe besides Taylor. So
Oh, definitely Taylor.
we want to talk about the things that we want to talk about, but we want to hear from our friends and people who are listening. So we're going to be asking a couple of questions on our Instagram story later today. And we would love to have you guys send us your thoughts, or I don't know if it'll be a poll or just a prompt, but we'll put it out on our social channels like today and tomorrow. And then we're hoping to do this regularly every week, and then talk about the answers that we get on the pod. So I think this could be, we couldn't edit this could change, but I think for Friday we were thinking about doing kind of like a health and wellness, a couple
Yeah.
of questions for that. So that's kind of be the focus for Friday's episode. Obviously same like pop culture stuff as they come up, but we're going to be talking about what we like to do for health and fitness, and we're going to ask a couple of questions around that. So if you see it,
Keep an eye out.
keep an eye out. Keep an eye out.
Yeah, I feel like we want this podcast to be interactive. We want you guys to we want to talk about what people care about. And yeah, we want your feedback and literally anything that you want to say to us. There are no rules. The only rule is there are no rules on the Snitches podcast.
Brittany loves no rules.
I do.
Loves new
Freedom.
But all right. Well, thanks so much for coming and being our first guest. You were so great.
Of course, anytime.
Ugh, so fun. Everyone have a great rest of your week and happy Wednesday. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.